I was only 20 years old when I was called to serve as pastor to 4 rural Appalachian churches. Since this was my first opportunity to officially pastor, my granny, who was the daughter of a circuit rider, and my mom sat me down and told me what good preachers do and don't do. After listening to their first few lessons, I asked them my most pressing question, saying, I know the Bible pretty well, preach a decent sermon. I don't mind visiting people in the nursing homes and hospitals. But what do I say when somebody dies? My granny said, "Honey, let me tell you a story. There was once a little grade school girl who was the prize of any set of parents. She was loving and caring and did her homework and her chores. She brushed her teeth and she always said please and thank you. So when she was late coming home from school one day, her mother became worried. An hour passed, and then 2. At first, her mother thought perhaps she was playing, but as the 3rd hour approached and the streetlight came on, the mother knew something was wrong. She reached for the phone to call the police, and as she dialed the first number, a little girl walked through the kitchen door. "Where have you been?" the mother questioned. "I was worried about you." Unshaken herself, the little girl eased her mother's fears as she began to recount the reason for her lateness. "Mother," she said, "you remember my friend Nancy?" Patiently, the mother shook her head. "Well, Mother, Nancy had the most beautiful china doll. We played with her all day at school and on the bus on the way home. As we were getting off the bus at our stop, Nancy dropped her doll, and the doll broke into pieces." Now proud rather than angry, the mother said, "Oh, I understand. You stayed and helped Nancy put her doll back together again." The little girl shook her head, saying, "No, Mother, the doll couldn't be repaired. I just stayed and helped Nancy cry." My grandmother looked at me and said, "Honey, being a preacher is about preaching, teaching the Bible, visiting and relating, but a great deal of the time you're going to have to help people cry. Let their tears be the balm for their souls, and while they're crying, maybe help them laugh a little. When someone is crying, remembering and laughing won't make it go away completely, but it'll help. These are 2 of our greatest gifts, tears and laughter." My new book, As She Is Dying, is a book about death that offers stories of life. Since those first lessons with Granny and Mom, I've had the honor of officiating nearly 1,000 funerals. Much has been learned as to how to find our way home after crying amidst brokenness.